Have you ever wondered why it seems like you have to work constantly to support your way of life? I've worked in the corporate world for years, so I've seen firsthand the middle-class habits that keep individuals in the never-ending cycle of work and discourage them from achieving their aspirations and more significant life goals. In this video, we'll discuss the money mistakes by most of the middle class and how you can get out of that rat race. Number 1. The debt trap. Hey, this excellent study by the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston checked out how people use credit cards, and guess what? About 65% of people with credit cards still carry some debt, and they're just paying off the interest month after month. It's like a never-ending story of owing money because we mainly just pay the interest rather than the actual debt itself. Crazy, right? On average, we're forking out more than 15% interest on our monthly credit card. The smarter way in using our credit card is to aim for paying off our credit card balance in full each month. That way, we get to keep more of our money, and the interest won't keep us broke. And here's the real fact. No matter how much cash you're raking in, everyone should be better off steering clear of credit debt in the long run. Those loan interest rates, they're sky high and keep us stuck in the debt loop. So let's be savvy and break free from that cycle. Number 2. No emergency funds available. So one big problem we're all facing is the need for more savings. Picture this. Emergencies pop up, and boom! We're swiping those credit cards or taking out loans because we don't have any emergency funds. But guess what? That puts us back into debt, and we're stuck paying over 15% interest. Yikes! Here's the game plan. Emergency funds are like financial superheroes. You want enough cash in that fund to cover all your monthly costs for at least 6 months. Yeah, we know it's easier said than done, but trust us, it's worth it. Start saving as much as you can each week and watch those funds grow. Breaking up with our comfy debt lifestyle might initially feel weird, but it's time to kick that habit. Start small, even if it's just $5 or $1 a day. Imagine skipping one daily coffee and setting aside that money. Your savings will start growing and you'll enjoy watching those numbers increase weekly. Number 3. We spend money on things that depreciate. Being a grown-up often means having to wait for things and practice delayed gratification, and not everyone's a fan of that. Imagine this. You just finished your work and you're driving home in your shiny new car. It has that new car smell and a dashboard that looks like a spaceship. It's a blast, right? Even though most cars drop in value by about 20% in the first year, there's something super exciting about getting a new ride. But here's the thing. If you're planning to buy a new car, maybe hit the brakes first, especially if you're thinking about taking out a loan. Getting a loan for something that's losing value is like pouring money down the drain. Yup, you're paying interest every month while your car's value goes down. That's why I stick with my trusty used car. No monthly payments hanging over my head. It's paid off and I don't stress myself with coming up with monthly payments. Keep using the same car as long as it's working and reliable, and take the money you would have spent on a car payment each month and put it into a savings account or even stocks. Watch that money grow over time. Believe me, you'll be happier and avoid financial stress. Number 4. We don't want to learn about money. In a lot of places and families, talking about money is like a taboo, and because of that, we end up with some weird ideas about what money really is and how it actually works. Remember when we were kids? Our parents worked really hard so they could buy us the stuff we wanted, but they never really taught us in on why money matters. I'm thinking we should treat money talks like we do chats with our parents about our bodies changing during puberty. What does money even mean? How do we get it? Can it actually grow? And what's the deal with credit, debt, and interest? These are the real deal questions we should be digging into. Most of us missed out on money chats growing up, so how are we supposed to figure out how to handle and grow our money? It's time to start the money talk with our kids, ASAP, and figure out ways to save and build our money together. The cool thing is, thanks to the internet, we can all get the information about money, how it works, and how to make it grow. You can turn the money talk into a fun family thing. Not only do you learn, but you're also setting your family up for financial success. Number 5. Buying a home to impress other people. Buying a house is a big deal, probably the most expensive thing you'll ever do. Sometimes, we want our friends to be super impressed with our new home, so we end up spending more than we should. making it tough to handle the monthly payments. In the beginning, we might go for a house that's way too big to show off. However, the bigger the house, the more it costs. There are extra expenses for running a bigger house, like higher monthly taxes and energy bills. Here's a tip. It's better to get a small house in a good neighborhood rather than a big one in a not-so-great area. If you pick the right house, it should become more valuable over time. And if you need a bigger place later or your family grows, you can always upgrade. It's like starting small and then growing, which is usually a smart move. But here's the thing. Many of us aren't real estate experts, and we often rush into buying a house just because it looks great and makes us feel good. Remember to do your homework. Check out what other houses in the area are sold for. Think about whether your investment will grow and keep growing every year. Take your time, and don't forget that you'll be making that monthly mortgage payment for quite a while. And oh yeah, set aside some money for future repairs in your home. Number 6. We don't budget. Not many people stick to a strict budget. When payday comes, most pay the minimum or loans or cards and spend what's left. Here's the thing. Knowing how money works and making a budget should go hand in hand. Now, talking about money is usually considered kind of rude, but I actually find it fun. Chatting about salaries and ways to earn more can be super helpful for being financially successful. Okay, let's get back to budgeting. Sadly, not everyone does it, or some don't even have one. According to the 50-30-20 rule, split your pay 50% for needs, 20% for savings, and 30% for wants. You can tweak it based on your current financial situation, but the important part is to have a budget and stick to it. Easy, right? Number 7. Keeping up with the Jonases. Trying to keep up with the Jonases? Trust me, it's like playing a game you can never win. Every time you think you're getting close, someone raises the bar higher. There's always a cooler gadget or trend popping up, making your latest buy seem old news. Instead of going after what you think you should have, focus on what you really want and can afford. Take charge of your life by managing your money and planning for the future. If you spend within your means, you'll find happiness in what you already have. Think about what truly matters, like family and friends. Stick to your money goals and what makes you happy, and you won't feel the need to keep up with everyone else. Number 8. Failure to understand delayed gratification. Giving up things like buying things on a whim to save for a trip is an important life skill. Another example is giving up dessert to lose weight, or taking a job you don't love because it will help your business in the long run. One of the best examples of delayed satisfaction is the marshmallow experiment by Stanford professor Walter Mischel. There were about 100 young children in the trial. The first step was to put each kid in their room with just one marshmallow on the table. Then, the researchers made a deal with each child. They would give each child a second marshmallow if they didn't eat it, while the researchers left the room for a short time. However, if the child ate the first marshmallow, they would not get a second marshmallow. The results of the experiment show that people of all ages have trouble with delaying pleasure. During the trial, few of the kids ate the first marshmallow right away. Some kids fought the urge for a while, but ultimately gave in. Few kids were able to wait to get the second marshmallow. Researchers kept in touch with the people who participated in the project for 40 years after turning 18. They learned that kids who could say no to temptation did better in almost every part of their lives. They did better on traditional tests like the SAT, were healthier, and could handle stress better. The kids had fewer problems with drugs and alcohol and were better at getting along with others. This case of delayed gratification showed how important it is to succeed in almost every area of life, including making money. If you enjoy watching our video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.